Hi everyone! Today we'll be doing question 234 on LeetCode called Palindrome linked list. So given a singling linked list, determine if it's a palindrome. So let's talk about two ways to approach this. There is the O of n space solution method, as well as the O of 1 space solution method. The O of n space would basically build an array and then check if that's a palindrome. The O of 1, we would probably have to reverse the second half and then check if it's equal to the first half. So let's do the O of n space solution first. It's the O of n space solution. It's very straightforward. We make our array, iterate through the list. And then just use our previous solution to how to find palindromes by making two pointers. So have two pointers at the two ends of the array, and just compare. Say if our left is not the same as the other side, we just return false. Otherwise, if that never happens, return true. Let's see if this works. Works just fine, and works just fine. So once again, this entire code in the second half is the same one as a previous question. I believe it's called check if a string is a palindrome or not. But once again, this entire solution is kind of boring just because we're using extra space. So let's try to do it without extra space now. So as I said before, if we just reverse the second half and compare it to the first half, if they're equal, we can tell if it's a palindrome as well. So how do we do that? Let's find the middle of the list first, using the torus and hare method. Oops, fast and fast.next. Next and fast equals fast.next.next. So the idea behind this code is that slow will end up at the middle of the list. If you're unsure how this works, refer to the question called middle of the linked list on my channel. I explained it pretty clearly there. So from here, we can say let the reverse head basically be the reverse version of slow, which once again is at the middle of the list right now. So let's write our reverse function real quick. Once again, this is just using a bunch of ideas from previous questions. So if you're unsure how to iteratively reverse a linked list, this is how you do it. And we just return cleave at the end. Cool. So once again, this is just how you reverse a linked list. So now our question should be like, we have one pointer at the start of the head and one pointer at the start of the reversed head, and we just iterate through them. So we can say while reversed head, if head.val is not equal to reversed head.val, what do we do? Return false because it's not a palindrome anymore. And we just iterate. Then, if this statement never happens, we can just return true because then it's a palindrome. See if it works. Works just fine. And works just fine. Cool. And just to prove that this does work, let's just console.log what the head and reverse head that we're comparing are. And let's just use the second example, 1, 2, 2, 1. So in this case, the head should just be 1, 2, 2. Yep, and the reverse head is just 1, 2. So if we iterate and they're never equal, then we can return false. So with that, I think it's time to talk about runtime. Runtime for both of the solutions is just O of n, since we're just going through the list once. The first one does a 1 pass to put everything into an array. The second one does a 2 pass, one to find the middle of the list, and another pass to compare the second half of the list with the first half of the list. So I'll just write on the top of everything. Both solutions are O of O of n time, where n is the length of the linked list. Cool. So once again, the second solution uses a lot of techniques and methods from previous linked list questions. I would definitely refer to those first before you attempt this question, even though it's an easy one. So with that, I'll see you guys next time.